Hey, 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 everybody. It's Miss Nookie, Love Goddess. I just wanted to come on today because today is my 5-year anniversary for Natural's Nook. So I just wanted to come on and do a special show just to, talk about love and sex. And it's a new year. 5 years, it's a long time to be talking about love and sex. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in, whether you've tuned in from the beginning or you're just tuning in today for the first time. I just want to express a sentiment of gratitude. Miss Nookie is forever grateful to everyone who has come along with me on this journey. The journey of becoming Miss Nookie, the journey of Natural's Nook. Natural's Nook, my cozy safe haven for all things sexual. So in case you didn't know, I created Natural's Nook as an outlet or a resource for you to be able to hear about things that go against societal norms. I am a firm believer that we all should stand in our power. Stand in our power. Be who you are and not be who society tells you should be. Because if you think about it, are you really happy if you're living up to someone else's dreams? I know as children, our parents, they do their best to rear us the best way that they believe they can rear us. But sometimes they suppress who you really are. And it takes time to realize this. For me, I had that realization in college when I was a freshman in college and there was an event that I wanted to go to that was out of town. And I actually called my parents. My parents were in New York at the time. I was in DC at Howard. I actually called my parents and asked them permission to go somewhere. And they told me no. And me being the loyal, good child that I was, I actually didn't go. But after that, I said, wait a minute. Whose life am I living? Am I living my life or am I living their life? And for me, that was the first time that I started to do what I wanted to do and not what someone else thought they wanted me to do. And that's what I want for everyone. To be able to start to say, okay, the decision that I'm making, is this a decision that's making me happy? Or is it a decision that's fulfilling someone else's idea of happiness? We don't want to do that anymore. All that does is bring misery and stress and anxiety. So be you. It is 2023. We have a whole new year. A whole new year for new beginnings. 2022 is over. Whatever happened in 2022, think about it. Or better yet, write about it. I am a firm believer that when you write things down, it gets all of the clutter out of your head, first and foremost. And then it can help you put things in perspective when you write things down. So sit down one day before this week is over, because we got to get on it right now. 2023, let's let it be a year of action, not just saying we're going to do stuff and then waiting forever to do it. So by the end of this week, get yourself a piece of paper, write down, get yourself at least two pieces of paper. One piece of paper for the good things that happened in 2022, and the other piece of paper for the bad things that happened in 2022. Now, when you write these two lists, you're going to smile. You're going to be happy about the good list. About the bad list, you're like, man, that was some fucked up shit that happened to me, or I did some bullshit. But you know what? Once you write it down, it's out your head. And if you're like me, I like fire. One of my proclivities, I guess. Whatever. But that bad list, burn it. Send it to the ethers. Get rid of it. Never to come back again. And the reason why you're writing it down, because you're putting all those bad things in perspective. And once you've written them down, you will ensure that they don't happen again, that you won't do those things again. Now, I'm telling you to do this for your life for 2022, to start anew for 2023. But the same concept can go towards relationships. What I've learned to do after each relationship, situationship, fuckship, whatever you want to call it that goes awry, that goes bad, I sit down and I think about the good parts and I think about the bad parts. And when I think about the bad parts, I say, okay, these are the things that happen. These are the things that will never happen to me again, because I'm going to see them quicker, because I actually wrote them down and I saw them on paper. They're not just running around in my head anymore. They're actually written down. So because they're there, you see them. So when they come at you again, you can nip them in the bud just like that. That's the power of writing. Wagwan Dempster. Nice to see you. I know I haven't been on Natural's Nook in a while, but it will be coming back this year. You know, thank you for being here. I'm grateful that you've been a fan for so long, and thank you for following me on this journey. But like I said, you want to write down the bad things so you can see them and you can know when they're coming at you even quicker the next time. They become like, I don't know. Okay, I'm dating myself here, but for those of you who used to watch Wonder Woman with Linda Carter and she had her gold bracelets and they repelled everything, that's what you're creating with when you're writing down those bad habits. You're creating your gold bracelets, so when those red flags come back at you in a relationship again, pew, 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 you're repelling them. You're repelling them quicker. You're not accepting them. You're not accepting those red flags, trying to turn them green, because that's how many of us get caught up in bad relationships. We just want to say that we have someone so badly. It's okay, you're not late, I just began. We want to be in a relationship so badly that we will accept, in essence, anything. And I've been there before. Oh my gosh, I have so been there before. Where I just wanted to feel close to someone. I just wanted that closeness. I just wanted that sex. I just wanted someone who I can talk to, someone who would text me. And I knew they weren't shit. But I tried to focus on the little bits of goodness that they gave me. And I convinced myself that that was all I needed to be happy. And that's what we tend to do, rather than sit alone with ourselves. But let me tell you something. Sitting alone with yourself, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. And think of it this way. If you cannot sit alone with yourself, why would anyone want to sit? Why would anyone else want to sit with you? That's something to really think about. Do you enjoy your own company? And if you don't, what are you going to do to change that? How are you going to pour into yourself so that you truly love you, so you know, and so that you can receive the love that you truly deserve? Because each and every one of us deserves love. Each and every one of us deserves true love. But many of us have been accepting any kind of love that people have thrown at us. And that's the problem. But that's why Miss Nookie is here. I've been there. I know what it's like. But you don't have to be there anymore. That's what I'm saying. You don't. How does self-love start? It starts with the journal. Wake up every morning and think about 3 things that you're grateful for. That's the perfect way to start the day on a good foot. Or if you're slightly touched like me, you'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that you can go to the gym and work out whatever is stressing you out. Burn that energy off. For me, I go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning because it makes me feel accomplished. My whole entire life has been a struggle with weight. And if I save exercising for after work, I will make every excuse in the world not to go. But I can tell you, my quote unquote New Year's resolution started for me in August when I started waking up at 4 o'clock so that I could make it to the gym for 5 o'clock, to be home by 6:15, to see my son out to the school bus stop, and to start work at 6:30. That's how dedicated I am to me. That's how much I love me. So I'm asking you this. What are you willing to do to show yourself how much you love you? What are you going to dedicate in this year of 2023 to yourself? Even if it's something as simple as promising to take yourself, you by yourself, out to lunch or dinner once a month, or out to a movie once a month. Make that commitment and stick to it. Because if you can show yourself love, then you can truly show someone else love. And if you can show yourself that love, you will know the type of love that you deserve. And you're not going to take just anything that someone gives you. That's why finding love begins with self-love. Book yourself a massage. Go to a gun range to let some steam off. I'm here in Georgia now, and hey, it's an open carry state. So that's on my bucket list for this year. Go to a gun range. Let a few rounds off. And yes, that carve out, that person, someone's face will be up there. And sometimes you got to do that. Because, I mean, we ain't trying to go to jail for real. But you can give people that metaphorical death. You can erase them in your mind. You can erase them from your energy. And that's what happens a lot of times. You're with people, we talk about, sexual energy when you have sex with someone and that person is in your system forever. They're not in your system forever. You can release them. Release them from your heart. Release them from your head. Like I said, write about them. Then burn the paper up to never think about them again. Take self-love baths. And self-love baths, they're not just for women. Because gentlemen, I feel like I care far more about you than I do about the women. Why? Because there are plenty of platforms out here to help women to learn about self-love and self-care and for women to be able to vent. But my gentlemen, there isn't as much help out there for you. So this is especially for you. Take a moment to take a bath. Now, I know many of you can't fit in a tub. I mean, shit, I'm 5'6" and I can't fit in a standard tub. So I'll do, the lower half for 10 minutes. And then I'll do the upper half for 10 minutes. Sometimes you just got to make shit do. Or get yourself a hotel room that has a nice tub that you can fit in. But sit and soak. Get some Epsom salt, some pink Himalayan salt, whatever oils you may like. Gentlemen, maybe some sandalwood and some patchouli. Ladies, some amber, some lotus. some rose petals. Sit and soak. And when you're soaking in this tub, I want you to think of the salts absorbing all of the negative energy, all of the negative feelings that have been plaguing your mind, the weakness, the weariness that you feel. Think of the salts soaking all of that up and release it into the water. Release it into the water. And when you're finished doing all of this, pull the plug, sit in the tub, pull the plug, and as the water goes down the drain and is swirling, envision all of those stresses that were taken from you, envision them going down the drain, never to come back again. I want each and every one of you, whether you're watching this live or whether you are watching the replay, I want each and every one of you to do this at least once a month. At least once a month. And I tell you, when you get out of that tub, you will feel like a whole new person. I made a post a few months ago of my spiritual bath that I did. It was at a time when between, working out a lot, my body just felt weary. My muscles were sore. I just felt overwhelmed by life. I'm here in a new state. I don't really know anybody. I left everything that I knew in Maryland to come here to Georgia. I came here for a change, so I don't regret that I came here, but everything just started to feel very heavy. And I sat with my glass of wine and my candles, and I felt so damn refreshed when I got out of that tub. And it's my fault because I hadn't done it since I've gotten here, and I've been here since August. It took me 3 months before I went and did a spiritual bath. But it made me remember why it's so important. It made me love on me a little more. And I needed to love on me because, I'll tell you, the dating scene down here, child, it's different. It's completely different. And something that as a love coach, I never really thought of it. I'm a northern girl. And there's definitely a different dating culture down here in the South. So that's one thing that I want all the single people out there to think about. What is the culture of the area that you're in? What is the dating culture? What are the dating issues in the area that you're at? Because if you figure that out, it makes it easier for you to try and date. It's easier for you to listen to the people who you're meeting to see whether or not they're truly dating or they're just miserable. It means a lot. I call all of these things love psychology. Understanding how people are so you can tap in to see whether or not they're truly good for you. And doing this quicker than we normally do. Because normally we date someone a year and then we're like, you know what? They're really not for me. Nah, we're cutting that timeline down. We're cutting that timeline down, number one. Number two, we're dating more than one person at a time. We're not putting all our eggs in one basket anymore. No. It wastes your time because you can go one whole year when you could have met 2 or 3 other people who may have been suited for you, but you wasted 1 year on one person. We're not doing that anymore. And when I say date more than one person, I said date. I did not say fuck. I said date. Dating means getting to know someone. There are steps to this dating thing. And for many of us, we kind of just got thrown out there without any form of playbook, without any sort of navigation. We were just out there feeling feeling things out and seeing what happens. Me, I love TV. Part of the reason I love TV, my parents were very strict. I couldn't go nowhere. So what did I do? Sat at home and watched TV. So rom-coms and all these beautiful love stories, that's how I believe dating was. Easy peasy. Get to know someone, you meet, you have, the butterflies, Bugs Bunny, the hard eyes, and boom, there it is. I think not. It's far more harder than that. But now I know more. I know better through many years of trial and error and many years of working on myself to get to a place where I listen more. I listen to what people say. I listen to what people don't say. So it's easier for me to navigate this dating experience, to know what will work for me and what won't work for me. And I'm not of this mind space where I have to be married. Here's how I view marriage, right? You are meeting someone, you know them, let's say 1 year to 5 years, and you make this pact to be with them forever. You don't know what forever is going to bring. You don't know how that person is going to change. I kind of equate it to going to college. Society expects you at 18 years old to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. When you really sit down and think about it, is that logical? Is that logical for someone who can't even drink yet? Society tells you you're not mature enough to be able to legally drink, but we want you to tell us what you plan on doing for the rest 40 to 50 years of your life. I went to school for biology. I told my parents at 6 years old that I wanted to be a doctor. Well, my father does call me the Jamaican Dr. Ruth, so in some respects, I am a doctor, but not the type of doctor that I thought I wanted to be. Why? Because people change. People change. And I'm not going to say people change for good or for worse, because that's relative. But people change. People evolve. People start to say, I'm tired of putting up this facade. I need to be the real me. So when I have my clients or when I'm doing these shows, I want to say, don't search. Don't say marriage is your end goal. It's better to say you're looking for someone to be happy with, someone to have fun with. And you know why I say that? It takes the pressure of forever off of both parties. But if you're navigating this world with someone who you're happy with, who you're having fun with, when those obstacles come, you will more want to work on those obstacles to get back to that happy and fun. Rather than saying I do and committing to love you no matter what. If you take that restraint off, it's easier to do. A happy life is truly just a mindset change. It's hard to, you have to forget everything that you've ever been taught about life. And it's hard. It's scary as hell because you're going against what everybody else may be doing. But you know what? There's nothing wrong in being different. There's nothing wrong in following what you believe is your truth. And at the end of the day, you don't have to justify your truth to anybody. Either they're going to accept it or they're not. And if they don't, bid them adieu and keep it moving. Because you will find your tribe. You will find your group of people who have the same ideas about love and about life as you do. Some of us, we just have to search more than others. But they're definitely out there. You do not have to suppress yourself. All it's going to do is give you an ulcer. And all it's going to do is make you miserable. Be you, boo. Be you. And if you need help working through whatever childhood trauma or whatever anyone is trying to tell you is wrong, but you feel like it's 100% right, send me a DM. Message me. I am here to help you push through all of the BS to live your life as your truest self. That's what Natural's Nook is all about. That's what Miss Nookie is all about. Helping everyone obtain the best love possible. True love is essential. We need to stop equating true love to marriage. How many miserable married people do we know? I've been married before. That's for a whole nother show. But it didn't work out. And I left. As a single mother, I left. Was it easy? Hell no. I will tell anyone out there, especially moms, if you're not happy, leave. One of the reasons why I left, I didn't want my son to think that what me and his father had was love. I didn't want him to think that that's how love works and that's how marriage works. So I had to leave. It was hard as hell, because when you're with someone for 9 years, the hardest part was sleeping in bed alone. Not having that warm body beside you. Now you realize what I said. I didn't say not having someone you love beside you. I said not having that warm body beside you. Like I said earlier, I've been where you are. I've been through what many of you have been through. But what did I do? I changed my mindset to move further. I changed my mindset to become my true self and to meet better quality men. Yes, I'm still single. Why? Because I did this work to put myself on a pedestal. Yes, the love goddess is on a motherfucking pedestal, and I am not coming down. I am not coming down. I know what I want. I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to stop until I get it. I'm not going to compromise to a point where I'm compromising my true wants and desires. For two people to be in a relationship, it does take compromise. But you should never compromise to your own detriment. That's the difference. And that takes discernment. And discernment, it's something that I feel comes with age. It comes with that writing down of your relationships, the good and the bad of your relationship. That's how you begin to discern what you really want and what you're really willing to accept. And that's where everyone needs to be. And as people in general, we need to be more compassionate. It's as if there's no compassion, there's little to no compassion anymore. If I meet someone and I know they're not for me, I don't believe in ghosting people. I'm just too mature for that shit. I'll let you know this isn't working out for me, but I do wish you the best in your endeavors to find love. If I'm in a good mood, I'll give them a breakdown of what I think they need. But you know how many of you men are? You don't want to listen to a woman. You'd rather just say, oh, you're bitter, you're this, you're too much in your masculine. I've heard it all. But you know what? Pew, 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 pew. My Wonder Woman gold bracelets, it doesn't affect me anymore. Because lots of times, many of you men, you're just hurt. You're hurt and you don't know how to talk about your feelings. Because you may have been ridiculed for talking about your feelings, or you're just told that you're not supposed to have any feelings and you're supposed to be emotionless, which is bullshit. You have feelings just like women. And ladies, stop breaking men down. Stop making them feel insecure when they open up for you. You're supposed to be their safe haven. Men have a whole lot to deal with when they walk out their door every day. Don't add to it when they come home. When's the last time, for you ladies who are in relationships or you ladies that are dating, when's the last time that you've asked your love interest, how was your day? How are you doing? They probably ask you this every day and you've never simply asked them. Men want to be seen. They want to know that they are truly cared for. Ladies, we're supposed to be the nurturers. We can't expect men to provide and protect for us if we're not going to nurture them. We need to tap back into our feminine energy. Being in our masculine, planning, doing everything, paying bills. Yes. For the independent ladies out there. Yes, this is what we do. That's very masculine. The masculine side is the paying the bills on time, the structure. Our feminine side, that's the creative side. That's the sexual side. But more often than not, a lot of us ladies, we're in this masculine and we forget how to be feminine. Same thing with me. I noticed it. I noticed it a few years ago when I had a flat tire. So I pulled into a gas station and I was filling up the tire and a man approached me and said, "Can I help you?" And I stepped it and I snapped it. And I was like, "Nah, I got this." After I finished filling up my tire, I got into the car and I was like, "Why didn't you just let him help you?" I had forgotten how to be feminine. I had forgotten how to just receive. There are good, honorable men out there. Every man who is lending you a hand or who wants to help you isn't out to get something. But far too many of us ladies, we've forgotten that. But I'm here to help. I'm here to help ladies get back into that feminine energy, get back into that mindset of being able to receive. Because there are just as many females out there that are looking for love, there are men out there that are looking for love. And when it comes to both parties, men and women, sometimes we get caught up in physical aspects and we forget that a person's character at times can far outweigh how good they look, how good they smell. Don't get me wrong. You got to be, attracted to people, but, it's time to change our mindset around dating. Yes, you have your likes. You have your physical likes that you have, but while we're on these apps, sometimes actually read a person's bio. And they may not be your type, your physical type, but something in their bio may strike something in you. So you may end up with someone who is complete opposite of what you thought you wanted, because you look deeper than just the surface. These are some things to think about while you're out here in this dating world. And your profiles, okay, people, here's some profile advice for these dating apps. Ladies, yes, we all love Snapchat and all the filters and everything. Limit it to 2 or 3 of those filtered pictures. Many men out here want to see the real you. Have some full body pictures. Have some full body pictures as well, ladies. Gentlemen, all right, I really, because I deleted Bumble a few months ago, but I started back on Facebook dating about 3 weeks ago. And let me tell you this, first and foremost, gentlemen, me personally, and one law British, the neck photo only is a no-no. Yes, it is. We need to see all of you, men and women. Have a few full body pictures in there. But men, I know for me, myself personally, and I know that there are many ladies out there, if every picture, all you have on is a fitted and a t-shirt, I don't know how serious you are about dating, because I need to see that you at least have a suit, a jacket, that you look like you're going other places other than just the mall or to hang out with your niggas, your boys. So when you're making this dating profile, have, the various aspects of your life in these pictures. Mix it up. Let us know, how you look on a regular day. And let us know how you look when you're nice and zhuzhed up and dressed up and, having a night out with your girls or having a night out with your boys. Because if all you're showing me is one side of you, I don't got time to figure out if you have other sides. I don't. I'm on a time constraint. And because there's so many different apps out there and so many options, what are you doing in your profile that's going to actually make someone stop and really look at it? Some people don't even read the bio. Some people just look at the pictures. So if you really just want, well, it also depends on what you're looking for. Be honest about what you're looking for. If you know you're just looking for a situationship, don't put you're looking for long-term relationship, because you're wasting people's time. We're all grown here. Why not just be honest? Yes, iCat aliens, full bodies, suit, t-shirt and jeans. Your profile pictures, it should be a whole bunch of different aspects of your life. But put a little time into your bio. Talk about what you truly want. If you're looking for that long-term relationship, let us know why you would be a good person for us. This is for men and women. Let people know why you are a good candidate to be in a long-term relationship. If you're looking for something casual, then say that. Let me tell you guys a little secret, gentlemen. There are women out here who are just looking for a good time. Okay? There are women out here who are real about their wants and their needs. They are not living by societal norms or societal standards, and they will swipe right for that situationship, for that casual. And for some of the profiles where it's, oh, I'm looking for friendship, I'm looking for casual, I'm looking for long-term relationship, I feel like you don't know what the hell you want. And I'm not going to swipe right for you. Think about marketing. Think about the main brands that you like to buy. They are looking at a specific type of person. So their ads go for a specific type of people. Think of Hondas. Hondas are like your everyday cars, average cars, right? Now think of like an Acura or a Lexus. It's a more higher level. Who do they market to? More higher level buyers. And then you have, the exclusive vehicles that you'll never see an ad for them. We know they exist. Why? Because those who want it, they know how to get it. They know where to go to get it. Think of dating like that. If you're looking for friendship, advertise for Honda dealers. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, advertise like a Lexus dealer. It's just something to think about. Make a decision on what you're looking for and go for it. Or even before that, lots of times we don't even know what we want. We don't even know what we want our relationships to look like. We don't really, all we know is, oh, he got to be 6 feet in dark skin, or he got to be 6 feet in light skin, or, she got to have, a big chest, or she got to have a big ass. What else? Now, this is one of the reasons why I created my Manifest Your Soulmate journal. It breaks down all the aspects of a relationship so you can put some perspective into it. It talks about the person that you want. You write down the type of person that you want. What are the characteristics of the person that you want? What type of relationship do you want? Do you want a relationship where you're always in Netflix and chill mode? Or do you want a relationship where you're always going out, you're always being active together, you're traveling the world? Do you want your partner to be a person who works a 9 to 5 until retirement? Or do you want your partner to be someone who lives a laptop lifestyle, who's a business owner, who can get up and go whenever they want, who doesn't need to submit PTO? These are things to really think about and put into perspective before you even go to the dating sites. A lot of people don't think about this. Oh, I just want someone to chill with. What signifies chilling for you? Because for some people, chilling is sitting at home. For some people, chilling is, going out. Whether it's miniature golf or axe throwing. Some people chilling with someone is doing activities with them, not just sitting on the couch. what you want, you need to be able to break down your wants and needs in a relationship. But what I think is the most important part of a relationship that you need to think about is, how are you going to show up for the relationship that you want? If you want someone who wants to take you out and someone to buy you gifts, are you willing to do that for them as well? Do you do that for yourself? For example, I'm not on a level where I can afford Chanel and Louis Vuitton. I'm not about to ask anybody to buy me Chanel and Louis Vuitton. But when I get to that level, oh, hell yeah. So ladies, sometimes y'all want more than y'all will even do for yourselves. And then you want to talk about men ain't shit because they ain't buying you the latest Chanel or the latest Louis, and you ain't never bought that shit for yourself. Come on. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What are you willing to do for you? What are you willing to do for that person to make them feel special? Everybody wants to feel special, men and women. What's your love language? Do you know your love language? Are you able to have that conversation if you connect with somebody? Far too often, we love people the way that we want to be loved. And then we get mad at them for not accepting our love. And it's not them accepting our love. It's us not loving them the way they want to be loved. My love language is the top two: quality time and physical touch. I'm really simple. Spend time with me and fill me up. So that's something that you need to look at. Whether you're actively dating or you're about to date, go take the love language quiz. It takes about 15 minutes. Take the love language quiz. So you can actually tell someone how you want to be loved. All the gifts in the world, for some people, is just like, but you didn't hug me today. You can give someone a gift every day that you're with them, and all they want is a hug. All they want is a kiss. All they want to do is cuddle with you. And then you get mad at them saying, well, I done bought you all this shit, but you don't appreciate me. No, you really don't appreciate me, because you don't know how to love me the way I like to be loved. It's simple. And I'm going to give you guys another test that you can take to learn a little bit more about yourself. What is your attachment style? The way that we show up in relationships is related to an attachment style. Some are good, some are bad. So Google that and find out what your attachment style is, so you learn a little bit more about yourself. How can you teach someone about you if you don't know about you? I believe that there are just little, many of you guys who are following me, about my Nookie Nuggets. And it's these little simple things that can change your love life in an instant. It can change you being single just like that. If you're in a relationship, it can change just like that. For any couples out there are watching, one of the first things that I like to tell my couples to do, for 1 month, start doing this. Every time you see each other, or every time you are leaving each other's presence, kiss and hug each other for 15 seconds. What is that going to do? That's going to reinforce the bond that you have. That is going to increase the intimacy that you have. Because when you're in a relationship, after the honeymoon phase, then life takes over, kids take over. And you forget to show each other that you love each other. Monthly date nights. Now see, date nights don't need to be big, elaborate date nights. A date night can simply be y'all eating pizza, drinking wine or beer in front of the TV, watching a good movie together. Date night is about spending time together. Uninterrupted time, just you two. So make it however you want that to be. A date night can be taking a walk in the park. You know, bringing a blanket to the park and just sitting on the blanket and spending an hour or two together, just talking or not even talking. Because I know for me, I would love to be with someone who we can sit in silence with each other. We don't always have to sit and talk. We can just sit in silence and enjoy each other's company. Some people want to constantly talk. I'm just not that, because I'll kind of start to ignore you after a while. My ADHD is going to kick in and I'll just, you'll start to sound like Charlie Brown's t-shirt. But that's just me. But date night is all about spending time together. It doesn't have to be expensive all the time. One of my best friends, when she got married, she said the best advice that one of her aunts gave her was, every year, make time to take a vacation, just you two, so that you can always remember why you fell in love. And that's what they do. And they've been married for, I want to say about 15 or 16 years. And every year they make sure they take a vacation, just them two. So see, those are things where you have to make time for each other. Yes, you're going to have the kids, but eventually the kids are going to leave. And then what? How many of us know couples who have been together for 20 years and the moment they become empty nesters, all of a sudden they're divorced? Because they didn't work on their marriage while they were in their marriage. That's what the problem is. The other problem is learning how to effectively communicate. Many of us, we don't know how to sit and fucking listen. We don't know how to listen to understand rather than listen to respond. Many of us will take the time that our lover could be saying something that we don't like to bring back shit that happened 5 and 10 years ago and throw it in their face. Stop it. Stop that. Listen to understand where your person is coming from. I believe in it being okay to walk away from a conversation and come back and reconvene that conversation when you have been able to think about a response. I believe in allowing someone to walk away to gather their response to save us from having an argument. I don't like to argue. Why don't I like to argue? I am a Taurus. I'm a motherfucking bull. If I see red, I can cut your soul with my words. I know this about me, so I don't do it. I have learned to bite my tongue, walk away, gather my thoughts to have an appropriate conversation. And I learned this, after years of, I guess you could say, quote unquote, defending myself when someone has attacked me. Because I can spit that fire, but I don't. And number one, I don't like tearing down men. Yes, they can come at us, women, and say some of the most mean and vile things, but it's not right. However, I feel like we bounce back from that easier than men do. So I do my best not to throw swords with my words. And I can feel it. I can feel it, I can feel it in the back of my neck. I can feel when the hair starts standing up and my body starts to get hot and then my nipples start to get hard. Oh, that fire's coming. So I walk away. All right, so I got about 5 minutes left before the top of the hour. So I'm going to wrap it up. Once again, I want to thank everyone who tuned in, whether on the live or who is watching this afterwards. You know, it's 2023 and Miss Nookie, the love goddess, I have a lot of things in store for 2023. I'm now in Georgia. So if you're in Atlanta, you know, I have some mixers coming up, date different series, and some other things that are coming up for couples, for singles. And I want to drop one last nugget on everybody. Earlier I said, you know, all I did was watch TV. I love to watch movies and all of that. Think about your life. What movie rating is your life? Is it G? Is it PG? Is it PG-13? Is it R-rated? Is it X-rated? I believe that we all should live throughout all the movie ratings. If all you are X-rated, you need some G-rated time. You need some just nice, platonic, friendly hand-holding. And if you're G-rated, you need some of that PG-13. You may need a little bit more of that R. You may find someone, at that R level who could take you to that X-rated level. But try to live your life with a good balance of all of the movie ratings. Because that's what's going to make you whole. That's what's going to make you complete. That's what's going to make you well-rounded. And for the most part, find someone who accepts all of you, the good and the bad. If you can accept the bad shit about yourself and you find someone who accepts that as well, don't lose them. That's your person. And together, both of you can navigate the whole full spectrum of movie ratings and be happy. And in that happiness, you know that you can overcome any obstacles that come your way. Because you're going to build that bond. You're going to have that intimacy. You're going to have that true ride or die, knowing that he respects me, I respect him, we in this together, we a team, and ain't nothing going to infiltrate this team. That's what I want for everybody. It is 2023. I have free love consultations. Just click the link in my bio for a free love consultation. Let me help you get on the right path. And what I'm working on for our single ladies, that are 30 and over, career-oriented and self-aware. You have to be self-aware. I have my Get Your Goddess program. It's a 9-month deep dive to truly get you ready to receive the love that you deserve. And just to let you know, Natural's Nook, it will be coming back. And I'm working on having a guest come in once a month. It's going to be a male, come in once a month. So, we can have that male-female dialogue. Because I know many of you are probably tired of hearing everything from the female perspective. So I'm going to have a guy on here who I truly respect. And he's going to give his perspective about relationships and the dating scene. So please like, share, and follow, because there are big things happening with Miss Nookie and Natural's Nook in 2023. I love each and every one of you, and thank you so much for tuning in and celebrating my 5-year anniversary with me. Here's to 5 more years. Mwah.